Welcome to Talking Straight. I'm Suresh Kochattil. Yesterday, media was abuzz with the news that the Congress party senior leadership had met, and of course, party president Mallikarjun Kharge demanded accountability from the party leadership. Of course, accountability from everybody except from Sonia and Rahul. In his first meeting of the steering committee of the party, Chief Mallikarjun Kharge had reportedly set tasks for the senior leadership and demanded that more young people be brought in at the ground level. The new Congress president is also said to have emphasized on accountability from top to bottom. This must be a joke, as there is zero accountability for the dynasty that owns the party. Despite one electoral loss after another, neither Sonia nor Rahul nor Priyanka have faced any action for the failure of leadership, their leadership. Accountability is an oxymoron, an elusive virtue in the Congress party. This has been something that the G23 rebels have been asking for long, and naturally, they were given a cold shoulder. Now that this message to a leader that they must be performing or perishing is nothing but political posturing, as the party gears up for the next general election in 2024. In his first meeting of the steering committee, Mr. Kharge is reportedly to have set tasks for senior leadership, which again is to be seen to be believed. Most of the so-called senior leaders in the party owe their existence to the dynasty, and Mr. Kharge cannot take any action against them. The party is saddled with non-performers like K.C. Venugopal and Jairam Ramesh, who are on their own cannot even win a panchayat election in their home state. Mr. Kharge is also said to have demanded that more young people be brought in at the ground level. It depends on what the age of a young person is in the party, because a 52-year-old who is a co-owner of this party is walking around aimlessly and categorized as a youth icon by the Bhajan Mandali of the dynasty. To quote Mr. Kharge, while there are very responsible people in the party who are doing their duty, some comrades have assumed that the lack of responsibility will be ignored. This is neither right nor acceptable. Those who are unable to fulfill their responsibility will have to give a chance to the new colleagues. Unquote. Here again, Mr. Kharge is indulging in verbal semantics. In a party that is run by the whims and fancies of just one family, there is no way he can issue a B form on his own. The present pathetic condition of the Congress party is due to the way the party is run by one family, which of course has no idea where the party is going. The Congress also announced that the plenary of the All India Congress Committee, the AICC, will be held in Chhattisgarh's Raipur in the second half of February 2023. On the other hand, the BJP top brass bet on Monday, even as the second round of voting was underway in Gujarat. Look at the difference. Mr. Kharge, who took charge as the new party chief on October 26, insisted on a number of tasks for senior functionaries and said to have general secretaries and in charges of the party. He insists that a senior functionary should first ensure that their own responsibility and the responsibility of the organization. That is a pipe dream, as Mr. Kharge himself knows that many of the Bhajan Mandali have direct access to the dynasty and will bypass him. The steering committee has replaced the regular Congress working committee till the AICC plenary in Chhattisgarh. Mr. Kharge was asked whether the general secretaries and officials in charge of the provinces as themselves, whether they visit the provinces under their responsibility at least in the last 10 days of a month. At least 10 days in a month. No, they don't do that. Have the seniors visited any district block or met any local party leaders and understood the local problems? No answers again. For Congress leaders, this is something that they will never do, which is why the party is down and out. Mr. Kharge was also asked if the state organizations are fighting for the people. Mr. Kharge actually asked the state organizations, are they fighting for the people according to the ground reality? And how many new people have been accommodated at the ground level? Forget new people. Congress has not even been able to retain its veterans, many of whom have left the party. Signaling that the party wants to bring in fresh faces in the state and district level, Mr. Kharge said, how many units are there where the district and blocks have not been changed for the last 5 years? God knows. Good question. Why have the election when everything is decided by the one family? Naturally, one family decides everything in Congress, no elections required. There were questions. How many times have agitations been taking place in the orders of the AICC on local problems, regional problems, and challenges facing the country at a block, district, and state level? Mr. Kharge, you are asking too much from the Congress party. Are the advanced organizations and party departments and other units raising their voice of the sections of which they have been formed? Zero. Nothing is happening. Questions and more questions. But Mr. Kharge ji will not get any answers because there are no answers. Mr. Kharge's opening remarks signaled the upcoming changes as envisaged in the party's Udaipur declaration, particularly on ensuring more accountability and promoting new leaders. The only problem is that nothing happened to the Udaipur declaration. It was stillborn because the mother and the son don't want to give up their ownership of the party. Of course, the party did pay its due respects to Rahul Gandhi and his Bharat Jodo Yatra. They have to. Otherwise, their existence is at stake. They have to sing bhajans for the family. No question was asked why Rahul did not campaign in Gujarat and Himachal. Again, to quote, the resolution hailed the Bharat Jodo Yatra and praised the leadership of the former President Shri Rahul Gandhi, whose tapasya, say the Congress party, unfailing determination and love for India and her people have been critical to the success of the Yatra. Unquote. God knows how the Yatra has been successful. Who said that? With such slave mentality, what can change? What one change can I expect from the Congress party? Nothing. The party has a critical role to play in finding solutions to the grave economic, social and political challenges that India continues to face. This is what the resolution that came out from that meeting. What's grave apart from the fact that Congress has its one foot in the grave? The Congress party's flag which says the party is fighting soaring inflation, record unemployment, the concentration of wealth in a few individuals' hands. Wonder who gives them all this garbage of statistics? Are these jokers talking of Venezuela or India? The Congress party also alleged deliberate subversion and attack on constitutional institutions, the premeditated attempt to delegitimize the judiciary. This is a party that imposed emergency, bypassed 3 senior judges of the Supreme Court to appoint one of their own favorite as Chief Justice. And yet they have a gall to talk about all this. A party that actually overturned the Supreme Court verdict in the Shabano case. All of us remember that during Rajiv Gandhi's time. And to add to it, Kharge and company have the gall to talk about Chinese incursions. Jawaharlal Nehru gifted 30,000 square kilometers to the Chinese in 1962. Lost the war badly due to our ill-equipped soldiers who were not given weapons to fight the Chinese. Congress wants to talk about Chinese incursions, thereby insulting our brave Jawans who are now manning the inhospitable terrain. In the meeting, it is said that nearly 50% of the Congress leaders spoke about how to take the benefits of the Bharat Jodo Yatra and state-level yatras forward. Congress can keep doing all the yatras they want. The party is not going to go anywhere. Some leaders proposed East to West Yatra, the much hyped Yatra which Congress is losing Gujarat and is unlikely to upset BJP's apple cart in Himachal. What are the views of such yatras? What benefits is the party talking of a flop show of an yatra? Some congressmen want to please the dynasty, and one such gentleman, H.K. Patil, proposed to Sonia Gandhi that a museum should be constructed to commemorate Bharat Jodo Yatra. I'm surprised they didn't ask for a statue of Rahul Gandhi. What is it for? Is this Dandi Yatra? This is some Bharat Jodo Yatra of a young unemployed man. Sonia suggested that it would be better to have a digital collection of Bharat Jodo Yatra. Yeah, there are plenty of stuff on Twitter, as if India is ruled by Twitter. So that part, which was given a decent burial, with a slavish mentality that mirrors dynasties that ruled us from the past, it is not surprising that we still have a party called the Indian National Congress. Yes, it still exists. If Mallikarjun Kharge wants accountability from the party leaders, he should start by asking Sonia and Rahul to account for their failures and take action against them. Everyone knows that Kharge will not dare do anything like that, for he will find himself out of the party the next minute. India is a democracy. Indian National Congress is still in the dictatorship mode. God bless the party. That's all I can say now. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.
Please subscribe to Nationalist Hub English channel for more interesting videos, and don't forget to like and share this video. Nationalist Hub, it's a news revolution.